The Challenger has come to Earth, and he's not going to stop until it's in pieces. What's up, everybody? I'm Stan, and welcome to Detail Comics, where we go over comics in detail. This is an I Review, a show where I go over a comic book, its story, its art, give you my impressions, and let you know whether it's something to go back to the comic book shop for or not. Make sure you subscribe to get more of these every single week. The book that I want to talk about right now is Avengers 688, which is part 14 of the No Surrender storyline. So Quicksilver is on a mission to stop whatever's going to be keeping all of these Avengers in stasis, something that moves faster than anybody's human eyes. And if he's successful, that means we get a brand new Avengers squad, a whole team of people ready to take on this challenger, this elder of the universe. But let's see if he's successful and who else might get into the fight. As we near the climax of Avengers No Surrender, we are on part 14 in Avengers 688, and what we see is a world on fire almost. Quicksilver is running all across the globe trying to chase down this one item that seems to be keeping all the Avengers in stasis. As he goes through Berlin, as he blasts past Portugal, he runs into Namor, who doesn't say hi. He runs across the ocean trying to catch this beacon and is as yet unsuccessful. Everybody is frozen in stasis. He has not been able to do this, and he needs help. He needs some assistance. And as we see the lightning crashing down around us in Yokohama, Japan, in New Zealand, in Brazil, we see the Challenger calling forth this energy, landing on planet Earth, and ready to destroy it in its entirety. He calls out to the people of Earth, telling them they were once considered special, but that's no longer the case. He is here to end their existence in this universe, and if they want to pray to somebody's successes and triumphs before the end of their pitifully mortal lives, they can call on the name of the Grandmaster Prime, as he readies himself to destroy it. And Voyager knows immediately. She's like, he's here, he's on Earth. And the Avengers are currently at their Avengers Auxiliary HQ, and they're seeing the Earth crumble around him, which is bringing up an interesting line by Voyager. She's like, even an elder couldn't break a world, Roberto, not alone. But I don't necessarily think that's true. I think that an elder of the universe should be able to break a world on their own, simply because you've got Worldbreaker Hulk. He is, at the peak of his rage, he has been able to crack the Earth open in its entirety. You've got somebody like Beta Ray Bill, who's been able to destroy an entire planet as he was trying to defeat and starve Galactus. It's just one of those things where there's people that have been able to crack open worlds, and an elder of the universe should, in some respect, be able to do that. Maybe not on physical strength, but through some other means. I'll have to get into that one and see exactly where we're going, but the key is that there's one person that overheard the fact that the Challenger was on Earth, and that's the Hulk, as he leaps out of Avengers HQ, breaking out of his containment, Dr. Banner converting back into the Hulk, and just landing directly on the Challenger, smashing him into the planet itself. And this leads to the Hulk just smashing the Challenger across the face, just yelling at him. It's just like, you should have left me alone, which is just, it's so good. The scene with the Hulk is so good until the next page, where the Challenger smashes the Hulk in the face, shoots him off into space, and blasts him through what appears to be some sort of cosmic portal that transports him to the other side of the galaxy, floating around in space. So I'm not 100% on this one. This section of it seems just a little bit outlandish. The Challenger, or the Grandmaster Prime as he's now called, must be some sort of physical prowess beyond what our expectations are for the actual Elders of the Universe, because if he's going to just smoke the Hulk and blast him into space through it, I find it a touch far-fetched. But it makes for action, it makes for excitement, so sure, let's roll with it. The World Engine is what's been keeping the Earth inside this kind of pocket dimension outside of the normal existence of the universe, and kind of keeping it stable, and it's going to continue to destabilize the Earth. The engine itself is going to go, and then the planet is going to go as well. So that leaves us a very Herculean task, and that is to steady the rotation of the World Engine. And Hercules is up for the task. He's ready to hop on and hold this thing as best he can. And the one person that's going to also join him is Roberto da Costa, because if he takes off his regulator headband, what he's going to become is the strongest mutant on Earth. So he allows his powers to run rampant, and he's going to be able to hold this axis together. When we bounce back over to Quicksilver, who's still chasing down this beacon, trying to free his Avengers compadres, his compatriots, and Wanda and Emily, Synapse, they're going to help free his mind and allow him to surpass the limits of his own body. They're going to remove any kind of limitations caused by any threat to himself. With the aid of magic, with the release of his kind of limiting factors inside of his brain, they let Quicksilver run after this beacon. And then we see him explaining everything as he's going through this beacon. It's taunting him. He's got to go faster than he's ever gone before. Wanda is going to be able to destroy the probabilities of being able to catch this. Synapse is going to unlock the mental states. They're going to allow him to push beyond fear, to push beyond death, because as Avengers, they are stronger together, they sacrifice for each other, they push and engage in the impossible, and they are there to function as a team. That's what it means to be an Avenger, fighting together to overcome the impossible. And now he has finally succeeded. He caught the beacon, and with it, he seems to be transported outside of our universe. And that's going to lead into the actual Quicksilver miniseries, which is going to be coming up. That's written by Saladin Ahmed. I'm totally messing up his name, but you can tell Wanda knows that he's gone. Voyager sees everyone, all these Avengers coming back to life. You've got Squirrel Girl, who was in the middle of her statement at the beginning of this series, and now she's ready and raring to go. You've got Cap, you've got Spider-Man, you've got Daredevil, you've got Black Panther, you've got all these different people that are ready to fight, and Voyager is going to make one last gasp to bring everyone together to come up against the Challenger and defeat him once and for all. So, Avengers and Voyager are assembling. And that's where we're going to finish off with Avengers number 688. I like it a little bit better than I did Avengers 687. 687 was a very plot-heavy, exposition-heavy book. This had a real focus on Quicksilver. There was some questionable moments, and if you're talking about continuity, strength, all that kind of stuff, it is a one-off kind of story, and it's got a variety of different writers, so I'm not necessarily sure if we're going to maintain a lot of consistency with the history of Marvel, but it was interesting to see how they used different people. They wanted to show the strength of the Challenger, so they had him smoke the Hulk, blast him off of the planet's surface through a portal, and take him out of the game entirely. They wanted to show how, difficult it would be to break a world, and they did so. And now they've got the resolution that only the team of Avengers can bring. So I'd really appreciated the art. I think the Hulk art, despite being a very different style, was actually pretty strong. And overall, this last splash page of all the Avengers assembling is a really good one, so I'm really excited about that. But as we're finishing this out, 689 and then 690, which is like the aftermath of Avengers, before we get into Avengers number 1 by Jason Aaron, is going to be a really interesting series. These last two books are going to really define how this whole event is really received. So I'm excited to see where it goes, and I want to know what you guys think too, so hit me up in the comments down below and we can start that conversation. As always, if you like what you see, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to get more news, reviews, and commentary on comic books, comic book movies, comic book TV shows and games, and anything and everything inside the world of comics.